Have we just witnessed the absolute shattering of the American military myth on the global stage? For decades, the United States has stood alone as the undisputed titan of Earth. Roughly $1,000 billion fuels the Pentagon's machinery every single year. Washington commands a staggering aerial armada of 13,000 planes and over 1 million active soldiers. Their Navy is likely the most intimidating maritime force ever to sail the blue oceans. From digital warfare and robotic drones to orbital eyes and high-precision tracking sensors, the U.S. arsenal is universally regarded as the most sophisticated, deadly, and dominant on the planet. Yet, a shocking question is now rattling the halls of power. Why are the United States and Israel currently struggling to contain a defiant Iran? Why is the White House suddenly desperate for a pause in hostilities? Interestingly, Tehran is the one turning down the deal. Of course, the Iranian landscape is being hammered by relentless strikes. Casualties are mounting. Their high-ranking commanders are being neutralized in targeted operations. However, consider the reality of this underdog. Iran lacks the cutting-edge tech of its adversaries and operates on a fraction of their wealth. This is a nation strangled by decades of global trade restrictions. Their entire military investment doesn't even reach 2% of the American defense budget. Despite these massive odds, Tehran has completely blindsided the Pentagon over the last 21 days. Washington's multi-million-dollar assets have been shattered or forced into a humiliating retreat. These 3 weeks have fundamentally rewritten the ancient laws of combat. Global powers are now frantically rewriting their own military strategies after watching this unfold. America's international standing is eroding with every passing hour. Even the pride of the fleet, those billion-dollar carrier strike groups, are now hesitant to even approach the Iranian coastline. The size of your budget doesn't determine the outcome of the battle. The U.S. has watched dozens of its elite surveillance drones vanish over Iranian territory. Their regional radar network and missile shields have been degraded by more than 50% in a flash. And then, the unthinkable happened. Something no rival has ever achieved. The F-35. Lightning II, the world's premier stealth fighter designed to be a ghost in the sky, was finally intercepted and struck. With its back against the wall, Washington now faces the grim reality of a boots-on-the-ground conflict. Reports suggest 5,000 American troops are already moving toward the Iranian border. A massive land invasion of Karg Island is reportedly on the table. But military analysts warn that a ground war would be a catastrophic bloodbath for the U.S. transition. American families will face the same grief as Iranian ones. That is a mathematical certainty. Today, President Donald Trump finds himself trapped in a geopolitical quagmire, unable to escalate effectively and unable to exit with his dignity intact. It appears the leader of the free world is operating without a coherent strategy. The messaging from the Oval Office shifts by the minute. One moment, he claims total victory and an end to the campaign. An hour later, he is tweeting threats of total destruction. He tells his coalition partners to stand down from a one war, then begs them for logistical support shortly after. Now, in a stunning reversal, Trump appears to have blinked. He is essentially offering a temporary surrender, suggesting a 5-day halt in all strikes. He admits that past betrayals have made Tehran skeptical of any long-term truce. Until yesterday, the threat of wiping out Iran's energy grid was imminent. Suddenly, the commander-in-chief is calling for a cooling-off period. There is a specific reason for this panic. Trump realizes that 5 more days of ballistic barrages will permanently destabilize Israel and the entire Gulf region. We are witnessing a historic irony. A superpower armed with the most expensive weapons in existence has been forced to its knees by a sanctioned nation. But how did the weaker side pull this off? How did aging Iranian radars and vintage missiles manage to drop the F-15 and the invincible F-35? How did Tehran force the world's largest navy to tuck tail? How do budget-friendly, low-tech tools nullify billion-dollar defense systems? And most importantly, how did the US fall so far behind in a war they were supposed to win in days? We are diving deep into these questions in this exclusive Winds of Thought investigation. But while nations fight for territory, there is a personal war you are currently in: the battle for AI relevance. The global economy is splitting between those who command AI and those who are replaced by it. Total industries are being liquidated and rebuilt by algorithms. Smart professionals are using these tools to solve impossible problems. You can secure your future in this new era with the help of our partners at Outskill. They are hosting an intensive, 2-day live AI mastery program this weekend, running from morning until evening. While this elite training normally costs 10,000 rupees, it is being offered completely free of cost for our dedicated community. Over 16 hours, you will master 10 essential tools. You'll build a custom AI workflow, learn the secrets of high-level prompt engineering, and automate your workload without writing a single line of code. From professional visuals to autonomous AI agents, you'll learn it all. Join the ranks of 10 million professionals globally who have already leveled up. Regardless of your background, this is your path to becoming future-proof. The registration link is waiting for you in the description below. Secure your spot now. Opportunities like this don't last. Just last week, the White House was projecting an image of total dominance. Trump boasted that Iran's air defenses were liquidated. He claimed American pilots could fly over Tehran with zero risk. He insisted the US owned the skies. Less than 4 hours later, on March 19th, Tehran dropped a bombshell video. It wasn't just talk. They provided visual evidence of a direct kinetic hit on a US F-35. This is the same stealth miracle that Washington sells to its closest allies as the pinnacle of warfare. Remember, Trump tried to pitch this exact plane to India, but we were wise enough to pass. We actually have a full breakdown on that decision on this channel. But now, the myth of the F-35 has been dismantled for the world to see. For the first time in history, this ghost was hunted down in a hot war zone. That is a massive shift in the balance of power. The Pentagon eventually admitted the jet had to make a desperate emergency landing at a nearby base, heavily damaged, though the pilot survived. Yet days later, not a single photo of the wreckage has been released. Was the jet totally lost? Did the pilot actually eject? Think about the stakes here. This aircraft was built on the promise of total invisibility. America poured $1 trillion into its development. Each individual F-35 costs roughly 1,000 crore just to manufacture. Yet a nation with a supposedly destroyed defense network managed to find it, lock onto it, and strike it. This is the ultimate humiliation for Western military contractors. But how did they actually do it? It wasn't Chinese or Russian technology. It was Iranian ingenuity. To grasp this, you have to understand the flaw in stealth. The F-35 hides from radio waves by using specific angles and radar-absorbent coatings. To a standard radar, it looks like a small bird. But radar isn't the only way to see. As we often discuss here at Winds of Thought, this war is a battle between massive bank accounts and brilliant minds. Iran utilized an advanced electro-optical infrared array. This system doesn't care about radar waves. It tracks heat. No matter how invisible a jet is, Its engine is a roaring furnace of thermal energy. That heat signature is a beacon for infrared sensors. Once detected, they likely used a customized version of the R-27T missile. This is a heat-seeking predator that flies at 5 times the speed of sound. It is incredibly difficult to outrun. This tech was originally bought from Russia in the 1990s. A $1 trillion stealth program was just humbled by a 30-year-old modified missile. Days later, Tehran released more footage, claiming they intercepted an F-15 near the Strait of Hormuz for a boundary violation. While U.S. Central Command dismissed this as propaganda, if true, it would mark the 4th F-15 lost in this campaign. Earlier this month, 3 others reportedly went down in what was called friendly fire. You can try to find another war where 3 elite jets were lost to their own side in 1 week. Let us know if your research finds anything. But there is one loss that isn't a rumor: the MQ-9 Reaper drones. The air war is being dominated by Iran's affordable Shahed drones, which have become a nightmare for U.S. logistics. We've done a full episode on why these low-cost drones are so lethal. In just the first 3 weeks of March, Washington lost 12 MQ-9 Reapers. At $16 million per unit, that's a $200 million hole in the budget. This was achieved by the same Iranian Air Force that Trump claimed was gone. American critics have warned for years that these drones are useless in a real war against a peer adversary. They are slow and easily spotted. Iran has just proven those critics right. Whether it's elite jets or robotic drones, Tehran is striking everything. With every hit, the narrative of Western air superiority is crumbling. While Trump brags about B-2 stealth bombers at his desk, the reality on the ground suggests that even those might not be safe. Now, let's look at the sea, where the situation is even more embarrassing. The U.S. Navy is supposed to be the global enforcer. Their massive carriers are the primary tool for gunboat diplomacy. If a country steps out of line, Washington parks a carrier group on their doorstep. They sent the USS Abraham Lincoln and the USS Gerald R. Ford to the Middle East to intimidate Tehran. A single carrier strike group has more firepower than most small nations. Yet, Iran has forced both of these giants to pull back. Take the USS Gerald R. Ford, a $13 billion nuclear marvel. On March 12th, a fire reportedly broke out in its laundry room. It supposedly took 30 hours to put out. The damage was so extensive that 600 crew members lost their sleeping quarters. The world's most advanced warship had to limp to Greece for repairs. Why did a laundry fire paralyze a nuclear carrier? Reports indicate that crew morale is at a breaking point. These sailors have been deployed for 10 months and were suddenly thrust into a new, endless war. There is intense speculation that the fire was an act of internal sabotage by sailors desperate to go home. While Iran wasn't the direct cause, the incident exposed the fragility of the U.S. Navy. Then there is the USS Abraham Lincoln. Iran claimed they hit it with a ballistic missile. The U.S. laughed it off, claiming their defenses are impenetrable. Yet, independent tracking shows the Lincoln has retreated 1,000 kilometers away from the Iranian coast. An aircraft carrier that is too afraid to fight is just an expensive target. They don't dare come close. This suggests the era of the massive aircraft carrier as a tool of dominance is officially dead. While Washington tries to hide these losses, there is one wound they can't cover up: the total failure of their missile defense. For years, the U.S. sold the Patriot and THAAD systems as an impenetrable shield for its allies. These systems are incredibly expensive. A single THAAD battery costs $800 million. One interceptor missile costs $4 million. They were designed specifically to stop Iranian ballistics. Yet, in just 14 days, Iranian strikes bypassed this shield, causing billions in damage to US bases. The world watched as the best air defenses failed to protect American interests. Tehran can now strike wherever it likes because America's eyes, its high-end radars, have been blinded. The situation became so desperate that Washington had to strip defense systems from East Asia to plug the holes in the Middle East. It didn't work. Analysts believe that if the war continues, Iran will have a completely clear path to any target in the region. Remember the AN/FPS-132 radar? That $1.1 billion system that could see 5,000 kilometers? It was destroyed in the opening salvos. Now you see why Trump is desperate for a 5-day pause. He is kneeling because he has no defense left. If the missiles keep flying, Tel Aviv and the Gulf oil fields will be defenseless. He is begging for peace because his expensive toys are broken. Tehran has ignored every ceasefire offer so far. They want the US completely out of the Persian Gulf, nothing less. They don't trust Washington's word after so many broken treaties. This crisis has proved that a sword is only as good as the person holding it. You can have the best tech in the world, but if the leadership is chaotic and unplanned, you will lose. Since February 28th, it has been clear that America has no defined goal. They are fighting a war without knowing why or for whom. Meanwhile, experts admit that Tehran is operating with a level of focus and discipline that Washington can't match. This planning is their true secret weapon. Iran knows it can win a war of attrition, while Trump is just looking for a way to save face. After this 5-day pause, will Tehran even talk? Or will they keep pushing until the US is forced to leave for good? Iran knows that if they stop now, the US and Israel will just rebuild and strike again later. We hope for a peaceful resolution, but the myth of the invincible superpower has been permanently altered. Don't forget to secure your spot in the AI workshop via the link below. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to Winds of Thought for more deep dives. Stay sharp.